Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel today. Today, I want to talk a little bit about casting spoons. I've just gotten into using casting spoons recently, and I wanted to talk about some of the ways that they can be fished, some of the differences between the casting spoons, and also one particular modification that I think might be of interest to those that are just starting out with casting spoons to give them a little bit of a different action. But anyway, to start out with, I have got three different spoons here. So what I did was I got one that has kind of like a nickel plated or chrome plated finish on it, and it also has like a tail on the back of the with the treble hook. And then I have a like a gold plated one, just was a standard treble. And then I have one that has kind of like a trout pattern painted on to mimic a trout going through the water. And these are two different. These two are made by I think Bass Pro Shops. That's their brand. And then this other one, I think it might be Cast King. I can't remember exactly. But looking at them, there is a little difference in the width of the blade. So these are all 3/8 ounce casting spoons, by the way. This one here, which is from a different manufacturer, is actually a little narrower this way. So it's a little narrower than these. These are just slightly wider, but they all come in at the same 3/8 of an ounce. And the reason I went with a couple different colors is because water clarity and water conditions, it usually dictates that sometimes you may need one versus another. But the thing about casting spoons is they can be pretty versatile. Like I say, you can add, if you don't want to run a treble hook on the back, you could always add a single hook on the back. You could maybe add a single hook with a soft plastic body. You could run them as is. And then the other thing I was done with one of mine that I want to play around with is because the action of these, especially this one here, the nickel plated one, which is kind of a narrower blade, it can get pretty wild when you're cranking it through the water. So I had the idea to just reverse it because I have a second one here. So what I did was I just instead of putting they came stock with the treble on the heavy end back here. I actually reversed it and put the heavy end up front and put the treble on the light end. And I believe what's going to happen is when I take it out to use it next time, it's going to change the action of the lure a little bit. And in some conditions, in water clarity and water temperature differences, that may prove to be a better way to rig it. And that's just a little trick you can try when you're using casting spoons, at different times of the year. If you find that, you're struggling to get a bite with them, you may want to, because with this way, the stock factory one, it really does make a lot of commotion in the water when you're running it through. And I think by reversing it, I think that should give it a more subtle presentation in water. And sometimes that's just what the fish are looking for on a given day. But with casting spoons, they do come in a lot of different sizes too. I think I've seen them in quarter ounce, half ounce, the 3/8 ounce like I have here. But there's quite a bit of variety. And there's some that you'll see that have like a half painted pattern on them too, where they may be like nickel plated with like a blue or a green halfway painted on it to give it an imitation of a shad. They have other patterns that mimic other bait fish as well. But they're an interesting lure to try and have some fun with. So when you get a chance to get out, if you've been already using them, I'm sure you're well aware how they work. If you're new to them, like I am, just go out and mess around them a little bit, have some fun. And as always, get out on the water when you can. We're starting to get into February, so we should be looking at some better weather. And we'll see you next time.